The 69-year-old with one of the country's most unusual jobs, she gets paid by men to humiliate them.
Well, Mistress Sofia calls herself Britain's oldest dominatrix, and it's something she discusses as part of a new documentary.
Well, it's all very honest and very open. Mistress Sofia joins us now. Good morning.
Good
It's
morning.
lovely to talk to you.
Good morning.
When you were a chef and when you were married to your third husband, were there these sort of traits in your life, in your relationships?
Absolutely not. No, I had no idea that was in me. I was quite the little mouse, actually. So, no, it came about because when I was left, I was financially embarrassed, and working as a chef wasn't covering the bills. So I was looking for something else, and I happened to see this documentary about phone chat girls. And so I spoke to my children to make sure they were okay about it. And I started doing that. And I realised that so many of the calls involved domination. And it was actually my daughter, Amy, that said, "You're doing it on the phone for peanuts. Why not do it in real?" So
that's what you did.
Was
you opened your door and they came in. It's so funny. We've been doing lots of Zoom chats over the past few months for obvious reasons, and I'm always very distracted about what someone's house looks like and what's in the background. And I have to say, yours is a feast for the eyes. I'm like, what are those things? So you opened your door the first time and a gentleman came in, and so, you know, we are on daytime TV, but how does it work, essentially? What happened?
Well, how it works is it's a minefield, really. There are so many different aspects to it. So some could want punishment, some could want to be dressed in a beautiful little maid's outfit, some just want to be submissive, they want to be humiliated. I have a bit of a fetish for masks, so I'm quite happy to dress somebody with a butt racket. Just all sorts of different things.
Well, it's great because you get stuff done around the house, don't you? I mean, there's one guy comes over and does your DIY, and then you cane him. And then there's another one that polishes your kitchen floor whilst he dances in a pink dress to the Nutcracker. So, you know, as Fern Britton used to say in here, I always think it's really true. Every pot has a lid. Everyone's got their thing, which you're catering for. But and it's not sexual in your case at all. So you do actually genuinely get stuff done around the house.
Yes, I do. They just want to please. So. Domination is all about submission, it's about servitude, it's about worship. So they worship my feet. I do have pretty feet. My feet are younger than me. So I just love the adoration. I like the empowerment. It isn't sexual for me. It is purely the dominant part. I'm a very dominant person. I didn't used to be, but I am now. It's kind of come out as I've got older, really, and made me a better person for it.
And so what do the men get out of it then? Because what sort of men are coming to your house? Why are they coming to your house? Why do they feel the need to be dominated?
They all have their own agenda, so it's all sorts of reasons. Some just do it because it's a little quirk. Others, it's a need. They need to be submissive. In their home lives, they're not. In their jobs, they have high-powered jobs. I've got everybody from judges down to dustmen. It doesn't matter what your lifestyle is. If it's in you, it's in you. To be submissive. And not all women like they don't want a submissive partner. So I fulfill that need, if only for an hour a month.
And so, yeah, because some of them have to leave it a little bit longer because the scars have to heal. And so,
Yes.
So what do we've seen your kids, they are all grown up and they fully approve and everything is fine there. What about your neighbours? Because one guy came over and you took him out as a dog. So you took him out for a walk and then you tied him to a tree. I mean, and left him for a bit. What do the neighbours think about this?
My neighbours are used to it. I've been doing it for years. They all know what I do. My family, my friends all know what I do, and they're fine about it. I am very conscious. So if I take somebody out, it's like a bunny rabbit, a Shrek, something like that. That's amusing but humiliating. But I wouldn't take a gimp out because I'm very aware that there are children around and I don't want to frighten any.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. How much do you charge for an hour for something like this?
it's 120 for an hour.
120 for an hour. And you're actually trying to help other people, aren't you? Because you're...
Someone in our gallery just said, is that all?
You might have some new clients after this. It can be dangerous. You do need to know what you're doing. I mean, when you started, you really were learning on the job, but you aim to sort of help other people, because if you cane somebody across the kidneys, for example, that can be incredibly dangerous.
Yes. When I started, I would have loved to have had somebody to mentor me, but there just wasn't anybody. So I decided, because I learned through my mistakes, that I wanted to make sure nobody else made any mistakes. And it's not a case of just picking up a cane and whacking. You've got things like the coccyx, the kidney area. You can't do wraparounds. So there is a technique. And I'm very good at what I do. In fact, I'm the best. So I'm happy to teach. I don't charge my mentors. My proteges. They have to meet my criteria, which means they have to have been through a bit of a rough time, and they have to be a certain age. I don't take on youngsters because they can make their own way in life. But I'm happy to help anybody that was maybe in a situation that I found myself in.
Yeah.
Mm. And so you say that if you won the lottery, you wouldn't give this up. Do you wish you'd done it earlier?
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's my only regret, is that he didn't leave me years ago, because there's so much I still want to do. And do I have the time? Because I'm pushing it on a bit, aren't I?
Not really. No, you're really
You look
not.
incredible. You really do. What's your favourite bit of kit behind you, dare I ask?
Bit of kit behind me. Well, the canes. I love the canes. I just love caning, whipping, my bull whip. The stocks. I like the stocks. I like to put them in there. So I love everything.
Love it all.
There's nothing I don't enjoy about it.
Thank
Adults
you.
Only continues tonight at 10 on Channel 5, and it was really lovely to talk to you. Thank you very
great.
My
much.
pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This show is nothing if not varied.